going instantly into the game between Indonesia going up against Vietnam.
Yep, these teams gonna be on the blue and red side respectively here, and this is game one of their first match. For those of you who may not know, Vietnam and Indonesia have never met in the previous SEA Games, so this is going to be the first time going up against one another in terms of this tournament. Who is going to be able to claim first blood in this series?
And we can see it's very, very oppressive going up against an Angela and a Lilia in the mid lane. Just because they can clear the lanes very, very easily, as well as they have a lot of range and damage earlier in the game, just because they can stack up 4 at a time. And looks like Vietnam able to win that. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, actually able to win the Retribution fight against Albert, which is perhaps one of the most accomplished junglers in the entirety of Indonesia. So that is going to be a small morale win here in the early game. We can see as well, both teams have 3 sprints. So both teams are intending to be moving very quickly in their engagements today.
Yes, either they're going to run away or they're going to go in front. I talked about speed, and they're giving me in the sense of a sprint. Not what I thought I was gonna get, but you know, I'm the type of guy that will appreciate anything that he is given. And look now over here, trying to secure or trying to steal Indonesia's jungle, and I feel like Albert might try to do the same. R7 up here, going up against 2 people, but so far doesn't look like he's having too much problems.
Yep, Akai going to be very tanky here in the early game, but something to note is that neither of these teams have a very obvious early game dominance. I think they are pretty balanced in terms of the lineups that they have drafted. So neither side is going to be going overly aggressive because they are not guaranteed kills at this point. So we're going to be looking at a much more passive early game as compared to the series we have seen so far.
Yeah, if they are going to fight, it's probably over the turtle right now. It does come to the point where we have to see Vietnam and Indonesia as of right now. Vietnam actually has the advantage over here, but we can see Albert moving forward, managing to secure with his own retribution. Right now, Vietnam trying to run away, but first blood is going to go over to the Indonesian team, over to Lilia, and right now Gennard trying to run away.
Yep, they're going to be able to claim first blood there and first turtle as well. So that is an excellent start for Indonesia, giving a 1k net worth lead. And they're going to be ballooning that up by taking out No on the Grok in the mid lane, extending a little bit too far to try and get the kill on Luminaire.
Yeah, well, sprint is an amazing thing. You feel you're very, very fast, you use it yourself, and then when the enemy uses it as well, it's like, okay, you know what, fine, you win. It's just one of those things that, from the side of Vietnam, they have to put into consideration whenever they do want to go for those crazy kills. Right now, CW has his Corrosion Scythe, so he's looking very, very well right now. His farming is super, super good for the side of Indonesia.
Yeah, CW is a player that Vietnam has to be very careful of, because on this 1-1, this is basically the ultimate late game hero in MLBB right now. Being able to just instantly pop the crossbow of Tang with the Inspire, with maxed out items in the late game, basically guarantees a team fight 1, even with the blessing of the Moon Goddess. So they cannot allow CW to get easy farm, but that's exactly what Indonesia is going to be trying to do.
Yeah, and as you said, Stafa, for now, both teams are playing a little bit passively. We just come to the question, what are they waiting for? Are they waiting for a certain item? Are they waiting for a certain level to be achieved? Because right now, we can look at the itemization, and most of the players over here, most of the athletes already have their first item, except for the side of Vietnam. No one has actually completed their initial item just yet.
Yeah, Vietnam is so far behind Indonesia. 2k net worth difference at this point, which, as we highlighted before the game, isn't too notable yet to be a problem. However, Indonesia actually has the better late game composition, so they are already winning in terms of the metagame right now.
And looking over here, R7 is probably looking for a good angle to use his Hurricane Dance. He manages to get one, but we can look at Vietnam opening the real world manipulation, and they're going for the Akai. The Akai is going to go down first. CW going behind, trying to do something. Albert comes down, trying to get killed, trying to get anything over here, but looks like the kill is going over to Luminaire. And for the side of Vietnam, they're just trying to survive, and Albert is just flying all over the place, making it so difficult for them to actually do anything. And the Graph is going to be the focus for Luminaire getting that killing spree.
A beautiful fight by Indonesia, and they're even able to force Vietnam to reset the turtle, which means that this goes over to Albert, and that is going to be an excellent trade, completely controlling the flow of the battle. And while R7 did end up sacrificing himself very early on in that fight, using his heavy spin allowed them to buy enough time for the rest of the team to come in, especially the Ling with the Heart Guard to completely take over the backline.
Right now, we do have to talk about the goal difference because, yeah, we talked about it being 2,000 behind. It's okay if you're a late game comp. Right now, it's 4,000, 3,000 difference. And Indonesia, just like you said, have the better scaling comp just because they have the 1-1 and the Ling.
Yeah, this is going to be a problem for Vietnam already because Albert, he is confident. He goes straight in on Gannad. We have Duc Nam there providing healing, but it's not going to be enough as the Estes instantly gets taken out. Heart Guard on top of the Ling, and we will be able to immobilize Duc Nam. They're jumping on top of the Karina underneath the tower. The crossbow tank already popped down. That's going to be a double kill going over to the Ling as Albert will be able to escape from under the tower. Crossbow tank picks up the final kill. A 3-for-0 trade.
And you can see Albert just basically mostly just use his basic attacks just to make sure that he gets those kills and holds on to his ultimate for as long as he can. And this just shows the level, the difference in terms of level as well as goal. Right now, Indonesia, they can do whatever they want, and they're really pushing their own advantage. Looking at how Luminaire is actually staying in Vietnam's jungle, trying to make sure that they do not go in front for the farm.
Yeah, Indonesia are 5k net worth ahead, and they know it. They are definitely making use of that advantage right now to make as much map pressure and control over Vietnam as possible because they know that their heroes have enough survivability and mobility to just split push across the map on their own, whereas Vietnam needs 4 or 5 of their members together to actually win teamfights.
Yeah, and Albert is so confident over here, especially having the Angela Heart Guard. Any moment he feels like he's about to die, he can turn things around. And speaking of which, no, almost getting the kill with that, but Luminaire again with the black, she was able to survive. Going in front, Albert showing that level of confidence, going in 1v4. His HP is so high, and right now he uses his ultimate finally to get the mega kill and still surviving, barely trading any HP for himself.
This is absolute domination from Team Indonesia right now. As you mentioned, Albert, he is completely confident there, and now they're going to be able to get another one. Crossbow of Tang popped by CW to pick up the kill onto Knock On up here in the top lane. Indonesia, they are now 8k net worth ahead, and this is the point in the typical game of MLBB where it's looking to be pretty dire.
Yeah, but we can see how this could potentially be a mistake. Luminaire is there alone going up against 4 people and a very, very crucial wall, making sure that he doesn't go in, but he manages to secure a kill for himself. That's a good trade. You died, sure, but at least you traded with someone else.
Actually, it's not really ideal at this point for Luminaire to die, considering he was 4-0, so the killing spree gold is something that they don't want to give over to Vietnam. However, that was a Lilia alone 1v4 stuck behind the wall, and he still came out trading 1-for-1, which is an indication of how far Vietnam are behind right now in terms of farm.
Yeah, right now looking at the itemization as well, we got to focus on 1-1. Already have the Demon the Sword, the Courageous Scythe, as well as the Scarlet Phantom. That's a lot of damage over there, a lot of burst as well. Albert is there. Heartguard is there to save him. He goes in front, but look at R7 going to the backside, trying to actually stop everyone from doing anything. And right now, Indonesia, this is actually a very, very dangerous situation going inside the turret of Vietnam. They're taking a lot of unnecessary damage, but still managing to secure the turret anyways.
Indonesia, knowing that Vietnam needs to go to the mid lane to defend it here too, is able to just maintain their presence even though they lost Albert very early on. That's a little bit of a mistake from them. You have to note, Wall Charge is a very long stun, and even the Heart Guard wasn't enough as Albert got a little bit too greedy and dived in under the tower for more kills. But Indonesia, they're still in a very comfortable spot right now, and Vietnam needs to make something happen.
Yeah, Indonesia has been making a few mistakes here and there, and we have seen throughout the day where mistakes will be capitalized, so they do have to be a little bit more careful because yes, Indonesia are a very dominant force in the side of Mobile Legends Bang Bang, but give enough opportunity to Vietnam, they can do well. Because right now we got to look at Mio. 0-0 entry hasn't died just yet. And they just resetted the Lord. Vietnam is here. We have to see if Vietnam does want to go in for a fight. What kind of fight are they looking for?
Well, Noah's gonna be the first one to open up the map, forces out the wild charge, gets the stun on R7, but that is just to escape, and that is a huge cooldown already used on the side of Vietnam, which allows Indonesia to instantly hop back onto the Lord. Vietnam, will they want to contest this?
And right now we can look at the Lord being a little bit below 40% right now, around 30%. But looking at the situation right now, CW from behind, he got the weakness at, and then the crossbow attack, managing to get a kill over there, and then the Albin securing the Lord in the midst of a team fight. Killing spree going over to CW. They're going to focus on the jungler from the side of Vietnam, and they're going to go down. Vietnam, 3 people down, and Indonesia, everyone is still alive.
Yep, and they were able to secure the Lord on top of that as well. Something to note is that Heart Guard was not used on Albert in that last fight. It was used to buff up CW. So Indonesia already knows that the power spike is shifting towards this Wanwan, and the longer they can keep her alive, the better her chances are of activating the crossbow of Tang. I think they were ready to sacrifice Albert in that last fight just to get the Lord, but the fact that he survived and was able to turn the fight around is just even more ideal for the Indonesian team.
11 minutes coming in, and we can look at Ling as well as Wanwan almost having 10,000 gold each. That's actually very, very crazy. And right now, Indonesia, the Lord has appeared on the top lane. They are going to try to secure this inhibited turret. We have to see how Vietnam will try to fight back. R7 just using the Hurricane Dance to peel everyone away from his own team, and they are going to push again in the mid inhibited turret.
Yep, Indonesia now pushing in. Real world manipulation already dropped down, but Indonesia does not care. Forcing out the black shoes from Luminaire, he will be able to walk out as the Falling Star Moon is being charged up by Na'an, but is not going to be able to engage. That is just way too dangerous right now when they are at a 12k net worth deficit.
I didn't even notice it's already 12,000. But yeah, Indonesia, they are doing very well. But we can also see they're not really trying to push the envelope. They're only getting kills when they absolutely have to, or when Vietnam is just pushing a little bit too far ahead. So right now, Indonesia, they are going to be playing a little bit slow. They're waiting for an opportunity. R7, I can see it in his eyes. He's waiting for a crucial Hurricane Dance just for his team to follow up against. But right now, Indonesia, they're at a very, very, very good spot, but they're not forcing any fights as of right now.
Yeah, a lot of discipline from the Indonesian team. They have a lot of experience in terms of international stages. They've already forced out the wild charge and the real-world manipulation. A little bit heavy-handed from Vietnam, and that is just go time for Indonesia. They know that these important ultimates have been used. They're now going for the bottom inhibitor. R7 just buying time with the heavy spin, pushes them forward. Going to be able to catch out Dugnam away from the rest of his team. He's still surviving as CW is just buying time in the backline with the Heart Guard. Not going to need the crossbow of Tang even to zone out the rest of Vietnam. They have lost their jungle, and Indonesia are now looking for more.
Yeah, we can see R7, he actually was not thinking of engaging onto anyone. He's just trying to push everyone from the side of Vietnam away just so that his team can secure a inhibited turret. But he was like, you know what? This is a pretty good angle. I'm just going to push someone away, and then they manage to get the kill. This is why I feel like they're very, very disciplined in terms that, do they have to get a kill? No. So they're not going to force it. But if the situation calls for it, they're just going to secure it. In fact, this Lord, no concession at all. Indonesia, they're going to get it for free.
Yep, since they were able to pick out Dugnam out of everyone on the Vietnam team, that means that the jungler for Vietnam was out of the running for a while, which allows them to take down another Lord. Now, Luminous Lord going to be pushing up the top lane. Only a single inhibitor standing between Indonesia and Vietnam's Crystal.
Yeah, right now, 14,000 gold lead, 14 minutes in the game. No, managing to get R7 there, but he has an immortality, so even if R7 somehow makes a mistake, it's not going to be that apparent. The Lord is going to be marching at the top side of the map, and Ling is going to be escorting them. Right now, Vietnam, where are you going to push? Where are you going to protect the top side? Or the mid lane turret. We can see Indonesia pushing all three. They're trying to get this mid lane while R7 is pushing the minions from the bottom lane. They managed to get the mid lane inhibitor turret, and we can see R7 engage. And then look at CW, triple kill. Maniac, will he get the Savage? I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna call it. He got the Savage.
He doesn't really care about that because he got the game, and that victory is what matters in the end. Indonesia is going to be coming out.